Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's make something special. Stay tuned. So anytime that we can craft and create a memory is a good thing, whether we are memorializing someone who is no longer with us, or we just want to capture a memory of a fun time. Making memories is a good thing. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to make this adorable scrapboard. Now we're not going to make it to look exactly like this. I'm just going to demo the process, and then you guys can take that process and turn it into whatever you need it to be. And we're also going to follow a couple of the principles that I went over in a recent video about how to match your paper and embellishments. Because as you can see here, I went with a more muted look, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with today's project. But I could have used a pattern in the background that had much more going on with it because I'm breaking it up. And I'll show you exactly what I mean after I go over what we're going to need for today's project. So y'all, let's do it. And for today's project, I have chosen to go with this really beautiful mint green palette. And what we're going to need for the project as I've made it is we need one piece of white mat, and that's just regular cardstock that measures 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. Then we need another piece of that white mat that measures 4 by 4. Then your background mat, we need one that is 3 by 6, and then we need one that is 4.5 by 4.5. Then for the back of the board, you need a piece of decorative paper. I've chosen to stay with my mint green theme. You need a piece of decorative paper that measures 7 7/8 by 7 7/8. Then for the front of my board, I have a piece that measures 10 by 10, and this is decorative paper. And then for the board itself, you need a piece of medium weight chipboard that measures 8 by 8. If you don't have medium weight chipboard, you can stack some cereal boxes or whatever firm board that you have to be able to make this project. So before we start putting our project together, I want to talk a little bit about my palette selection. So I did decide that I wanted to go with this color family. I wanted to stay with that. I could have chosen a floral print for the background. I could have chosen polka dots. I could have chosen any graphic print because I'm breaking it up, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So in yesterday's video, I showed some pretty prints, but they were also very busy. And I showed how some of the embellishments that we can choose to use might interfere with the prettiness of the paper and might get lost in the overall look. And that is exactly what would happen here if I decided I wanted to use this background and then just start building up embellishments. It wouldn't work because everything would get kind of lost, and one would cancel out the other. But our floral prints, our graphic prints, all of them have a wonderful place in our crafting, and all of them can be focal points, and all of them can be complements to how we choose to decorate and embellish. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So this is a very busy print, but when we start breaking this up by laying down pieces that separate the print from the embellishments, you can see how we now have tamed this background. We have made the background work into the project. And if you'll notice, when I laid down this mat, these two mats here, these flowers now act as an additional accent frame for this mat. So it's all in how we, look at the prints that you're going to start working with, and then play around with different placements to make sure that the prints you choose work with the embellishments that you choose. So this is certainly one of the ways that we can pull our more busy prints into projects like this. And then when I take my butterfly and I lay it down, because my butterfly is now touching a portion of this, that butterfly stands out more than it would have if I just had the butterfly laying on the board. So it's all about getting in the practice of creating some space and distance between whatever accent piece that you put down, which can be as busy as you want it to be, and then the embellishments that you decide to put on top of it. So hopefully that makes sense, but I have decided that I want to use this side for my project. So before we actually start putting anything together, I am going to go ahead and just lay down my mats. So I am going to use my tape runner, and I am going to take my mat and just try to get it centered. And now I'll take my mats and set them to the side, and they'll be ready when we are ready to start putting this together. So now I am going to take my mats and set them to the side, go ahead and peel off the tape from my 8x8 board, and then I'll just put my board down, get everything nice and stuck, stand it up, and fold over my edges. And then I'll use my finger blade just to come in and miter cut the ends. And then once I have my edges mitered, I am going to use my tape runner and place glue on the edge paper, and I'll fold it over, and I'll use my bone folder to make sure I've got a really good stick between that double-sided tape and my chipboard. And I will do this on all 4 sides. Okay guys, so I have my edges folded over, and I have added tape to the back of my chipboard. And now I'm taking my 7 7/8 by 7 7/8 square and adding some glue so that we can stick it down as our back liner. And this side is very pretty too. I could have used it for the outside of the back, but I wanted to stay with my muted mint green look. So I am just going to put this down, use my paper towel to get it stuck, and then I'll use my bone folder to make sure everything is nice and stuck. Okay, so now we have our board to work with. And on this one, I kept it very simple, very clean, and that's exactly what I'm going to do on this one, because although I wanted a pretty look to this, I want to make sure that the focus of this are the photographs or whatever else is put down in these white spaces. So you've got white space here for a little photo, and then you've got space here for another photo. So I am going to do the same thing with this one. I am going to bring in my boards and run my tape along the back. So I am going to take my board, and because I have my lines running this way, I am going to have the lines of the board going in the opposite direction. So I'm going to lay that one down first. And now that I have my tape on this one, I can put it down now. And so now I have my canvas down basically for me to start embellishing and decorating however I like. So then I have this wonderful book of family phrases, and it has beautiful phrases about mom, dad, grandmothers, family, just memories, everything. And I thought it would be perfect to use for this. And I like this one because it says, a mother can communicate love without saying a word. And I do believe that. So I am going to place that right there. And you can see we've already got some nice cuteness going on with this particular board. So now I'm going to bring in just a little pop of color. And I have these wonderful Mother's Day stickers from Soft Spoken. And I believe that I might have gotten these from Tuesday Morning. I'm not really sure. But I like the one that says, I love you. And I'm going to put that right there because now we've introduced a little bit of color to this. And I'm using these stickers to actually bring in just a little bit of color, nothing that's going to fight the look of what I'm doing here, because you can see we've got a nice little flow going. And then here at the top, I am going to do the same thing up here that I did here, and that is I am going to use brads to fill in some of my space. So I am just going to add just a little dollop of hot glue, and I'm going to place this one down in the hot glue. So now we have a very sweet memory board that we can use as home decor. We can gift these however you want to do it. And you can also take the clothespins to create a clothespin easel on the back, or if you happen to have a stand-up easel, or if you like, you can frame these. So I hope that this has given you some ideas on how to make something really memorable for Mother's Day or as a gift, because a memory is the perfect gift. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye. Oh, I'm back. For those of you who stayed until the end of this video, this is a secret giveaway. So if you would like to win one of these two boards, send an email to poshpaperladygiveaways@gmail.com, and in the subject line put "It's a Secret," nothing else. That email address again is poshpaperladygiveaways@gmail.com. In the subject line, put "It's a Secret," and then press send. Nothing in the body of the email, just that. This giveaway ends on Saturday, May 2nd at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will announce the winner on Sunday, May 3rd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You must be 18 years old or older to be eligible. So guys, this is a secret giveaway and a secret way of rewarding those of you who stayed until the end of the video. So please do not leave a comment mentioning this at all. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you.